Hello and welcome back.
This is Sister Wives One-on-One.
We are now going to talk about the agreement, a little bit touching on the NDA, and who said what. A lot of finger pointing because we're all not together in the same room. This would be a very different show if they were all together on the couch, because I do not believe that Kody and Robin would be saying the things they're saying and pointing the fingers and spewing out the lies that they are if they were right in front of Meri and Janelle. I don't.
At least we can all agree on that.
Kody comes right out here and says, I was frustrated with the sale of the property. We now know it's about the agreement where Meri was supposed to be silenced. Still a lot to learn about that. They better have that in the next episode. But he got so frustrated that he said he decided he was just going to sell it and then divvy out the money to the women as he saw fit.
I was getting frustrated enough to just sell the property, and then I'll distribute money at my convenience to them when it's convenient.
Wait. Rewind.
Every now and then, this man slips and speaks his real heart and mind, and it's dark. And Robin is the voice of reason in this. Now, is she the voice of reason because she's so morally pure and pious and superior? No, there are cameras. There's a show. It's not going to go well. But Kody forgets about the cameras and forgets about the show at times and is innately selfish. Suki then goes, whoa. You just said you're going to sell the property and then give the funds to the women as you saw fit. No. Backtracking.
You just said that you were going to sell the property on your own and then you were just going to give the funds the way you saw
Janelle had suggested that. She's like, well, you can sell this out from under that. I know you'll pay me. It was an idea. It was a concept.
This is a complete lie because he said he would give the funds to the women. Well, you know, Robin's not included with that. Robin gets everything that she wants all the time. So he was talking about Janelle and Meri when he said, I will sell the property and then distribute the funds to them as I see fit when I want to. Suki's like, really? And he's like, oh, well, no. Well, Janelle was involved with it too. Well, then who are the women that he's going to give the money to when he sees fit? There's only Meri left. Proof that he's lying right now to cover his tracks. Do you think Janelle said that? No, I don't. I do believe those words may have come out. I do believe that there's a time that he's like, I think I could do this and I'll just disseminate the funds. And she maybe jokingly said, you can't do that. We shouldn't do that. I should be on board with this because I know you're going to pay me my money. But if you follow his train of thought, the next thing would be, don't do it because you're not going to pay Meri her money. He's taking what I think is a comment that Janelle said in jest, in passing, maybe trying to bond with him and connect with him to say, yeah, I should be on board with all of this because I know you're going to pay me my money, but we shouldn't do it. He forgets that last part. I swear that's how it went down because you have to look at these people. You have to look at the lies they've told in the past. And Kody has over 10 in every episode. Blatant, outright, contradicting himself lies, and also shares things about the deep, dark parts of his soul. He even said, I've got a very deep part of my soul, the evil part that wants to come out. Like, that's who he is. And then you've got Janelle, ethereal Janelle, who's like, can we all just get along? Can we have peace in the land? Is Janelle perfect? No. But when we're looking at this situation, you have to use your brain. Analyze what all the people are saying. And it is very clear to me in this situation that Janelle's like, well, yeah, I know you'll give me my stuff, but like, that's not how this should go down because it's not right. She told Meri to lawyer up. Okay? Enough said. Moving on.
Case closed.
Very interesting here. Kody goes on to say Janelle just wanted to get paid because she was afraid of losing the buyer. Now, I don't know where she got that information from. Seems like a hot commodity, highly valued land, less than 2 weeks, one person came in buying the entire thing. So maybe Janelle's stupid too. I don't know. Or maybe somebody told her, we really need to move on this now or we're going to lose this buyer. Now, which one do you think it is? You be the judge. Here we get a taste of why Kody's been dragging his feet. Now, we know the land should have been divided up 2 years ago. 2 years ago, Kody's been dragging his feet. He hasn't done it. Now, we know that's part of his persona. We know he's a major procrastinator. We know that he's incompetent. We know that he's living a life where he's in over his head. I don't think he understands anything that's going on. And he's a failure to launch type person. So that's what I always contributed the fact that he wasn't getting around to getting the paperwork filed to divide the land equally amongst everybody. And clearly, he was still going back and forth trying to keep the land divided weirdly. Because Janelle came out and said, Kody finally said to me on the phone call, I'm thinking I'm just going to divide it up and everyone gets a equal part. And she's like, hallelujah. So she had been trying for that. He'd been trying for something else. We don't know what that looks like. Please, Jesus, can you inspire Janelle to speak truth and tell us exactly how it came down? But we know at this particular moment, Kody wanted to do something else. Janelle was against him. Meri was against him. Even Robin was against him. He finally is like, I can't fight with all of you anymore. He keeps saying it's because of Robin's moral compass, but whatever. It's the wrong thing to do. He gives no credit to Janelle or Meri for saying that they wanted to do the fair and right thing. Everybody knows that they have been saying this entire time, let's just sell the property and divide it 4 ways. It's still not fair. Can I just point out, still not fair. Kody does not need to be involved in this. It should be divided 3 ways amongst the wives. But I'm not going to get distracted by that. Here, Kody finally lets us know why he dragged his feet for so long. Because when it was clear they were actually going to divide it up equally, he still was taking forever to get the paperwork filed. He wasn't doing it. Why? This is why.
Because Janelle just wanted to be paid.
Mm-hmm.
She was worried about losing the buyer. And I'm like, this property is so rare that its price isn't going to go down. We might have economic trends where the buyers won't be there, but the price ain't going down.
So Kody knew the value of that land was going to continue to go up and up and up. He just wanted to hold it. He just wants to sit on it because it's going to go up. Later on, he didn't say it here, but he does say it on this episode. Later on, he says in 10 years, the land will probably be worth double. There you go. He did not want to get rid of it. So he was dragging his feet. Maybe if I do this confidentiality agreement or Robin does it for us, Meri will refuse to sign. And then it's really the reason the land was sold, I believe now, is because Janelle's like, I want my money. I want my money now. We are officially divorced. I want my money out of the land. And Kody can't justifiably hold on to it any longer. Meri wants her money. Janelle wants her money. He has to sell the property, and there's no fair way to do it. You know what would have been fair? Give Janelle one of the 4-acre lots. Give Meri one of the 4-acre lots. And then you and Robin keep the rest. That would have been fair. Then he and Robin would have had six acres together. That seems fair to me. Ish. Because I don't think he should be involved at all, but at least he gets something. It's like Robin gets 4, and then he gets 2. But honestly, he would never agree to that. He would never do that. He wants it all. He sees the land as a cash cow in the future. Later, when I find that clip, I'll insert it here.
Janelle wants a clean cut in the relationship. So she wants Coyote Pass to sell, not in 10 years for double, but right now for this amount so that she can have a clean cut.
There it is. He's upset with Janelle. She really wants to sell this property. She's the one that's pushing it more than anybody. And Kody wants to hang on for more money. And now we have part of the couch interview that we never saw on the show. They're showing it to us for the first time too. Kody comes out here and lets us know exactly what he's thinking and feeling about making it fair with everybody. Again, we're not addressing how much of Meri and Janelle's money went into his current house that he and Robin live in. No. We're just talking about the land that everyone should equally divide. And I don't think he should even be a part of that. But it is what it is. Divided up 4 ways. He doesn't want to do that. Why doesn't he want to do it? Because there's no legal grounds that he has to. Because nobody's forcing him to do the right thing. Therefore, he doesn't want to.
There's no legal precedence for Meri's favor. Meri's getting paid from Coyote Pass by my good grace, by Robin's good grace, and by Janelle's good grace, because we don't owe her the money, not legally in any way. And she's the one stonewalling the whole project.
He's so evil. He's so evil. I don't have to sell it to him. There's nothing legally. By my good grace, by my benevolence, I'm gonna do the right thing.
Yes, what do you want, a cookie?
And he's so proud of himself when he says it.
And she's the one stonewalling the whole project.
They don't owe her the money and she's stonewalling the project. Okay, let's follow along. He's saying the sale of the Coyote Pass property was held up and stonewalled by Meri. This is where I wanted to throw my laptop across the room because Suki, after this clip that is making all of us who are not involved whatsoever want to scream and break a window. Suki asks Meri, what is your reaction to that? She won't give a response. Zip. No. Jen will. Jen will speak her mind. Meri won't. I just want to throw Meri across the room.
Your reaction to that?
Oh, I can't do or say my reaction on national TV.
Wake up, Meri. Why is she back? It's like she's back into the cultish trance underneath Kody's spell. And I don't get it. Why? With Jen even right next to her saying, this is BS. She's still like, I can't tell you what I'm thinking because they're bad words. Well, say it without the bad words. God. Suki, make her. This is awful. It's awful. Meri says nothing. Suki doesn't push. The worst interviewer-interviewee in history.
Can't do or say my reaction on national TV.
She thinks she's worthying up. She's worthying down in the gutter. That's what she's worthying. She's not worthying at all. You can't even use the word worthy in her behavior here right now. She's stupid and ignorant, blinded, and thinks, just like Kody does, she's superior in this situation.
She's not worthy.
She somehow thinks that by her not reacting at all, that by her not commenting at all, she's rising above. Forget she's on a television show where she's asked questions that she's supposed to talk about her life. She forgets that it's okay to be angry at times when somebody does you wrong. Now, is it okay to act on that anger and to carry that anger all the time? No. She doesn't realize that she can be human and have emotions, and it's okay. She said it to him. She told Kody, you can have emotions about my friends. You don't have to apologize for that. Well, Meri, you can have emotions about the clip you just saw about Kody admitting he doesn't want to give you anything. It's okay. Goo-goo.
It's not appropriate. It'll be bleeped out anyway, so why bother?
Why is she laughing?
Not funny. Not funny. Not funny. I love it when there's genuine laughter between Jen and Meri. But her laughing at something that is not funny at all, that's very serious, and not giving a response, and not being authentic, and not being her true self, and not being real, and all those words she likes to use, she's doing none of it here. None of it. And I hate it. I hate this act she's doing.
Inauthentic.
Like, how dare they? That is so wrong.
I'm so mad.
Thank you, Jen. Jen is so angry at this scene that she's tearing up. For Meri. She's such a good friend. She's so livid and upset with what Kody is saying here about how he wants to treat Meri, but is being prevented from doing so, how he wants to fleece all this money from Meri after she put in so much into the family but withdrew very little. Jen is just boiling up. And still, Meri's looking at her just, Like, I think Meri took a beta blocker and she shouldn't have. She's like a freaking zombie, but a smiling one. It's like a freaky clown, and I'm not here for it. But then Jen goes one further and she keeps lumping Janelle in with Kody. Cody's the one that just said this. And he said, I the whole time. But Jen is getting all worked up and she can't help but to lump Janelle with, I don't know, is she jealous of Janelle? Is she jealous that Meri and Janelle are starting to get along now? She doesn't seem like the kind of person that would care. I'm not jealous if my friends get other friends, but some people are. And maybe she is. I don't know. But it makes no sense that all of a sudden she's lumping Janelle into this and saying, well, I don't know if Janelle's really involved. I don't know if that was Janelle's intent. Because really, As Janelle points out, it's not about the actual words that were said, it's the intent behind the words. And I just explained that already earlier in the video. Maybe it was the last video if I have to cut this into two. I don't know, but I already explained how Janelle can say one thing and Kody can take those words and manipulate them and make her look evil. Twist them, leave some out, change some others, and use a tone of voice as if she's evil when she was saying the original thing. It's going to happen again in this tell-all. We're going to see it again. But it just bothers me so much that Jen can come right out and say, Janelle said one thing, Kody said another. I don't know what's true, so I'm going to throw both of them together under the bus and throw hatred, angst, and distrust to both of them, making Meri do the exact same thing. Suki asks Meri, did you know about this backdoor deal or whatever? Meri said she suspected and that she, oh gosh, I'm just gonna have to play it here. She literally comes out and says, I suspected as such because when I was talking with Janelle, she wasn't bringing up stuff about the property again. Apparently, Meri's not allowed to bring up stuff about the property in Meri's mind, in Meri's world. And because when she talked to Janelle in the past, Janelle would initiate some stuff. And more recently, when they talked, she wasn't initiating it. Meri instantly suspected and thought, something conniving and sneaky's going on. Janelle must be doing something behind my back. She must have an evil plan. Now, if you really thought that, do you think that maybe you would try to find out information about it? Maybe, very simply, just ask the person, hey, I noticed you haven't been bringing it up. What's going on with it? Or don't even mention the beginning part. Just say, what's going on with the property? Give me some specifics. Fill me in. I feel like I'm out of the loop because I'm not communicating with Kody anymore. It's all going through my lawyers. And if I call and ask my lawyer about it, he's going to charge me $1 million for that phone call. So tell me what you know. Logic, basic logic. Basic communication. You have a question, you're unsure about something, ask. Nope.
I'm like, there's probably something going on because Janelle's not really talking about stuff every time we have a conversation. She's not bringing stuff up. She's not. And she's like, why don't you ask her? I'm like, I'm not going to ask her. I don't trust her. I'm not going to ask her. I don't think that she would be honest with me if I did.
Great. Person who had your back and said lawyer up because it's not looking good for you. You don't trust her. You're stupid. So dumb. I can't. Why does she not trust her? You know why she doesn't trust her? Because she thinks maybe, possibly, because Janelle's not initiating the conversation enough for her, something mischievous is happening behind the curtain. That's what she thinks. That's what she feels. Is this what you're learning in therapy, Meri? God, they obviously just learn a bunch of psychobabble words, her and Kody alike, and Robin, apply none of them, and never address basic communication skills. I'm so frustrated by the lack of communication in this family that it's upsetting. It's just, okay, we're moving on. I can't. These people are driving me crazy. I can't. It's like talking to preschoolers. She hit me. Why'd she hit you? I don't know. Did you ask her? No. I'm scared to ask her why she hit me. Like, it's so 3 and 4 year old maturity level that it just, I can't. But I have to. There's more. All right, let's watch.
Janelle came to me with the idea, you can force the sell on this, and then started pressuring me. She's pressuring me against the other wives. We need to sell. You need to make those women come into compliance.
Do you think for a second, Janelle said, we need to sell and you need to make those other women come into compliance? Those words did not come out of Janelle's mouth. I guarantee you.
You can call Meri. I can't. Why don't you talk to Meri and talk her into doing this? No, Janelle wouldn't do that. Janelle wouldn't even call Meri.
Janelle wouldn't even call Meri. Meri just got finished saying, I'm having multiple conversations with Janelle. Multiple conversations. And at first there was a lot of her initiating about the property. She's no longer initiating about it. And I'm not going to bring it up because I'm stupid. I don't know. Because there's no reason. I'm just not going to. Because I think that maybe I can't trust her. Oh. And now Kody says Janelle wouldn't talk to Meri at all. Wouldn't call her.
I see it all as lies upon lies upon lies.
What else was Janelle talking to Meri about if it wasn't Coyote Pass? They were not friends. Their semi friendship or getting along relationship has all been based on them dealing with the sale of Coyote Pass. That's it. I mean, after it was all sold and everything was done, and it was all divided up, and Coyote Pass was in the past, then Janelle reached out to Meri about the release. But that has nothing to do with what's going on here right now. We're talking about the time period of Coyote Pass. And Meri and Janelle were having conversations about it. There's no other reason for them to talk to each other. They're not that close. So it's just lies. Meri said they're having multiple conversations, but they're starting to change. Kody's saying Janelle refuses to talk to Meri. Can we put these people in a room? Or Suki, can you follow up, please?
So she's calling me saying, why don't we just sell this without Meri? You pay her later.
Interesting. Kody's saying Janelle told him, sell this out, sell the property, pay Meri later. I don't know. I'm on the fence. There is a small part of me that thinks that could have happened. Now, we're going to hear how Janelle's perspective on this is, which is very different. But there is a part of me that thinks, oh my gosh, Janelle wants the money. She needs it for the flower farm thing. And more than that, she just wants to be done. She wants to be done with it. This has been 2 years dragging on. Like, just, we have a buyer. Let's just sell it. The paperwork's not going through. But it's Kody's fault that the paperwork isn't going through. All right? Can we say all of this is Kody's fault? All of it. And he's like trying to point fingers and be the victim and put the blame everywhere else. This is all Kody's fault because the land wasn't divided up equally. It took him 2 years and it's still not done. And now there's a buyer and he's like, ugh, paperwork hasn't gone through yet. It takes like, I don't know, 4 weeks, 5 weeks for the paperwork to go through. That's it. So I need to know the period of time from when this buyer came in. I actually want to backtrack a little bit. I want to know, when did Kody file that paperwork to get the land divided up equally? I think he put the land up for sale before it was ever divided up. And then they got a buyer, and then he filed the paperwork. And it was a 30-day thing, and the paperwork was going to take maybe 5 weeks. So they were going to lose the buyer. And then he tells Janelle, we're going to lose the buyer because the paperwork hasn't gone through. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Janelle's talking to her lawyer about it, and her lawyer's like, well, you can push the sale. That's what you can do. Because his lawyer's completely incompetent. He got him off of Temu. Same place he got the teeth. Okay, we're getting to that right here. All right, let's move on.
That was a temptation only for a moment. And so it was backstabby of Janelle, but
Her fault, her fault, her fault.
it causes a fight with me and Robin. And then
But it was also backstabby of you.
Thank you. Suki speaks up for the first time. First time interjects. She doesn't let him just sit there and throw Janelle under the bus the entire time. Because he's trying to wash his hands against Pontius Pilate here. Not me. It was all Janelle's idea. Janelle's fault. Washing my hands. I'm clear. I'm clean. You have made it halfway through the episode. Thank you for being here. Take the time to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment. And at some point within 7 days of this being posted, make sure you watch it on your iPhone and hit the hype button. It really helps me. And don't forget, before you do your Amazon shopping, just click on one of my links down below in the show notes and then do your shopping. It costs you nothing, but it benefits my channel. Now let's get back to this really positive review.
Don't you
no,
think?
because I was already in a war with Meri. I wasn't partnering with Meri, telling Meri that, oh, I'm going to protect your interest, Meri. I mean, I wasn't sitting there sucking up to Meri all the time.
So Kody's defense, this is interesting. Talk about him shifting, changing the narrative, using the words in the story, but manipulating it to deflect again, blame off of himself. He's just as involved. He's having this conversation. He already admitted he was talking to Robin about it and trying to get her on board. He's 100% involved. Well, we heard what he said earlier. I just wanted to sell it out from under all of them and then give them the money when I felt it was convenient for me. He said that, his words. And now he's saying Janelle wanted to sell it. And when Suki's like, well, you did too. He's like, well, but Janelle was being Meri's friend. So she's the bad one. I'm not bad because I was never Meri's friend. It's okay that I wanted to sell it. He's coming right out and saying, I'm the evil one. I've been evil the whole time. So it's okay. Okay. Thanks for letting us know, Kody.
Janelle didn't care. Yeah. Janelle just wanted to get her money. And I was like, you know what? If we lose the buyer, we lose the buyer. Like, this was very normal for Janelle to come up to me and say, I want this and I want this. I mean, we moved. I mean, like,
Is this what Janelle would do in your marriage? I need this.
yes.
I want this.
I want this, and this is. And in fact, if you don't do it, then I'm just going to do it myself.
So normal of Janelle. That's how she ended up in a college dorm apartment with her daughter while you were living up on a mansion. And that's how she ended up in a trailer on the land after giving that up and never had a home because she got everything she wanted in life.
Make it make sense.
Because you say it doesn't make it true. This is when Janelle comes out and says, this is how it went down. My lawyers said this.
Look, all I can do is be responsible for what I know I said. I can't be responsible for how they perceived or what they think. My lawyers had said, you might want to consider just trying to get the sale to go through. And I told Kody that I had been advised that, but that I really wanted to try to get this to work out.
I don't have a time frame for this whatsoever. But at one point, as I mentioned before, Janelle's lawyer said, listen, you can just sell it and then he can disseminate the money otherwise, which is what I've said from the beginning. As I always said, if Janelle did say that, if Janelle's involved, it's because somehow in her brain, she's convinced there's not going to be another buyer for this property, but I don't know who put that in her head. And she's like, okay, we'll just sell it and then give the money appropriately to everybody that needs to have it, which is so stupid on Janelle's part, because for Janelle to trust Kody, are you kidding me?
Bad idea.
But that's how it appears to have gone down. So she's now sharing, this is what my lawyer told me. And so I shared that with Kody because apparently her and Kody were having multiple conversations about how to sell this property. Now, I want to know, when did that happen? Was it after Meri was dragging her feet because of the confidentiality agreement that got put in front of them that Meri refused to sign? Did Janelle sign it? There's so much about that we need to know. But anyway, this is at face value. Janelle says, my lawyer told me this. I shared it with Kody, but said, this is not the way I want to go. He makes it sound like she was just a snake in the grass the entire time. And that's why you can't believe him, because that's not who she is. That's not the content of her character. So when he paints this picture of her saying, we need to do this and we should do this and don't let her know, we'll do it behind her back, we'll get her money when she needs, like, that's just not Janelle. But admittedly, it is Kody.
Do you think if that sale was forced, the way Janelle and Kody were planning to do it?
Don't answer that question. Bad question.
Either she's crazy or lying.
Yeah, she's terrible at her job.
Do you think if that sale was forced, that you would have gotten what was deserved, that it would all been fair and equitable, that everybody would have gotten exactly what they got now?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Meri's right. Kody wouldn't have given it to her. In order for that to happen, you have to trust Kody. Why would anybody trust Kody? She's right.
I think that Kody and Janelle were trying to kick me out somehow.
Stupid as stupid does. I can't. Why? Why are you throwing Janelle under the bus here? What has Janelle done to you that you're aware of that is making you say she wanted you not to get the property after she told you to lawyer up to get the property? My God, these two on the couch are driving me nuts right now. I feel like somebody put a spell over them because it's making no sense. And unless Suki asks some questions to get to the bottom of it, she will not pull Janelle out of this. She's allowing Meri to continue, and Jen, to continue to lump Janelle and Kody together in everything, even though all the interviews and all the negative stuff is Kody. Cody's coming right out. We have video of him saying, I wanted to do this. This is what I wanted to do. He even said he wanted to just divvy it out to Janelle when he felt like he wanted to. He is rotten, and it is clear. But somehow they keep saying Janelle and Kody. I have never been more disappointed in Meri, and I have been her champion this season, and she has lost me here. Lost me. That sentence right there is just proof that she's delusional. And she's caught up in her emotions and her feelings. And she needs to get back into therapy and now get another therapist. Get another therapist that's going to teach her to not be defensive when she hears something, but instead ask questions.
She's so gullible.
She needs a communication expert. She doesn't need a communication expert. She just needs somebody to tell her, ask questions.
It's so simple.
She needs somebody to teach her how to behave in a social situation and how to communicate like somebody would when they're 10 years old. She's in her mid-50s. Get it together, Mary.
Why don't you tell us how you really feel?
I totally missed this next line when we were watching it. I think I was so hyped up last night and so angry. Did you catch this?
But Janelle also had her name on many more parcels of property in Coyote Pass than Mary did.
That was at Janelle's bidding.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa!
When we were doing it all before, Janelle said, we can't trust Mary. I don't think she should be on more than this property. Janelle was the one who was managing our books. She's the one that knew what we could pay down on Coyote Pass. She was the one that said, this is how this should be.
Kody is saying the way the land was divided up was based on the way Janelle decided to have it divided up. It was at Janelle's bidding. He's saying Janelle decided how the name should go on the properties, and she said, we can't trust Mary, only give her 2 acres. That's what he just said.
I don't have time for that BuzzFeed bullshit.
That's how I remember it.
Which is a complete lie compared to what everyone said before. Kody said, I don't know, it was in front of me. Everyone agreed he was the only one there. We have documentation of that from the past. He was the only one there when he assigned names to the properties. He said he just randomly did it like this. And whoop, my name ended up on every parcel, and Robin's name ended up on the second majority of the land. And then Janelle and Mary got a slight sliver. Coincidence, that's all. Robin has said in the past that she confronted Kody about how the land was divided up and how it made no sense, who got so much property, how she got so much, how Mary got so little. And Cody's like, I don't know. I just randomly had to put names places. Again, the same narrative. But now Cody's saying it was all Janelle's idea. Janelle didn't trust Mary, so that's why it was divided up the way it was. What? Bombshell lie, I believe, because you can't trust anything that's coming out of Cody's mouth, and he's the worst. Boy, is he throwing Janelle under the bus right here. As a sister friend said Sunday night, Kody can kiss away any relationship with his kids. And you know, the ones that he has a good relationship with right now, they might be tainted too. He has put his nail in the coffin of a relationship with Janelle, for sure. And Janelle's kids are the ones that really don't like Kody. Those boys don't like him. And Peyton. None of the boys like him. A couple of Christine's girls do. Janelle's girls don't. This, once they watch this today, the day after, you know, they're like, done. Because I'm done. And I'm not even related to him in any way. Praise God. Kody knows he's lying. He knows he's lying there. And we have all the documentation of how they said it was divided in the past. Janelle in the past said, I don't know why the land was divided that way. Kody went in and did it himself, right? They've all said that. Christine has said, everyone has said that. You know Cody's telling a blatant lie here because he's coming back with, that's the way I remember it.
She was the one that said, this is how this should be. That's how I remember it. She's going to deny that too.
Janelle.
That's what he and Robin both do. Every time they lie about a situation and a recall of how things happened, they end it with, that's how I remember it. If it's true, they don't say, that's how I remember it, ever. They just say, that's the way it was, and with conviction. But here, Cody's backpedaling instantly. Well, that's the way I remember it. And she's going to deny it. Yeah, she's going to, right away, she's going to deny it. Why? Because it's not true. Oh, he's awful. Now, here's the interesting thing. Kody claiming that Robin doesn't manipulate him. That was on last season, I think. I don't think it was this season, where he's like, she doesn't control me. And Robin laughs. If you think I can control him, that's just crazy. But here, Cody's saying Janelle controls him.
Janelle plays me all the time because I loved her and might still, and I want her approval. When she calls, I'd start jumping.
Janelle controls him because he once loved her and he might still, and so he wants to please her. Well, he's head over heels for Robin. She's his soulmate. He professes his love for her, his undying love, over and over and over again. So if he, for Janelle, who he is divorced from, no longer in love with, said he didn't love her at one point, then said he did love her, now says maybe I still do. I don't know. I mean, he's just a mess. It just depends on, he's trying to figure out which one of those narratives is going to suit him best in this story, because he will flip-flop between them all the time. I loved her. I didn't love her. I love her now. I don't know if I love her now. I want her approval. I don't care what she thinks of me. It's all over the board. But I find it interesting for him to say, I just can't control myself around Janelle. This was Janelle's idea. And I'm a victim. I think I might still maybe love her. And that's why I did what I did, because I'm just trying to please her. All her idea. Okay, this is the very end of the episode now. This is where we start to get into some specifics, not because Suki asked, but because Janelle's volunteering. She said the first written offer came in. Within 1 week, Kody, Meri, and I all signed it. Within a week.
Once again,
She's telling the truth.
So is Meri dragging her feet? No. The first written offer came in. They all signed it, but Robin did not. Who's the problem, Kody? This is smoke and mirrors. This is smoke and mirrors. I am going to throw Janelle under the bus as much as I can to protect my special, precious, little, pretty Robin. Because Robin is the one who was holding it up this whole time, not Meri. Robin didn't sign, but Kody doesn't want to talk about that. So we're just going to keep talking about Janelle and this backdoor agreement that wasn't agreement. Well, it was just a conversation, but Janelle wanted to do it. And she said, sell it out from under. I mean, like up, down, left, right. It wasn't. It's all over the place. Back from when he was telling the story to Brian and it made no sense. It's still making no sense and he's all over the place. But now it's becoming crystal clear to me. The reason why he is throwing so much shade and lies towards Janelle is to protect Robin and to say, don't look over here. She didn't do anything wrong.
The first time around with first written offer, Kody, Meri, and I had completed the title work signatures like within a week. I sent in the checks to them.
They had a contract. Janelle said she not only signed it, but she went ahead and paid the money for all the title fees. Now, that's her paying extra money into this, really. She did everything she could to see to it this was going to happen. There was no discord or disagreement at all, except Robin's still not signing hers. And at the 11th hour, right before the contract expires, boom, Robin doesn't sign. Robin has legal paperwork that she's now serving Janelle and Meri and says, I'll sign after you sign this. It was Robin all along. Robin.
I knew it.
She's diabolical.
Her and Kody deserve each other. One of the things she says is Meri wouldn't take any more action to get her money back. Do you think that's the house? Because that comes up in another episode, how Meri put all the profits from the sale of her house in Vegas into Robin's house. Didn't know that. I did not know that. That's coming up, and it was a teaser in a future episode. So we know that she has in this confidentiality agreement that both she wanted Janelle and Meri to sign, that it said Meri cannot come back for any more money that she's owed. And she cannot talk about the sale of this property or this agreement or anything at all. Now, I'm imagining it's the same thing for Janelle. Janelle can't come back and ask for any more money. Robin had this agreement filled out because she knows she got all their money for the down payment on her house. And she doesn't want them to get it. I want so badly for Robin to be kicked off the show and for her to get no more money from it. Her participation is useless. She's like watching paint dry. She contributes nothing. Her scenes are uncomfortable and contrived. You need Kody on the show because he's the antagonist. And he's connected to all the kids and all the wives. Robin's not. Robin does not talk to any of the OG kids. And she doesn't speak to any of the wives. She's no purpose there. And I really don't care about her kids who haven't been on the show for the past 7 years. Don't care. Get rid of Robin. Get rid of Robin's kids. Make it just be Kody and the OG3. And Kody with his kids. And if they can't do that, then make it an OG3. The original Sister Wives. And do a show on that. Okay, so this is where I'm bothered. From this point on, Suki's going to ask about the contract. And she kept saying, so what else did they put in the contract? We are not specifying. We are now talking about Robin and Kody. I'm not even sure if Jen and Meri are fully on board understanding that. So it bothers me with this conversation because I feel like they think they're talking about Kody and Janelle, but really we're talking about Kody and Robin. Janelle is not involved with this agreement.
So what else were they trying to put in this contract?
Oh, it was all about silencing me. It was all about confidentiality.
What do you mean?
I don't know. They didn't want me to talk, and I could not figure out why. So when they say Meri was stopping it, damn right I was, because I'm not going to be silenced again. There you go. I just said it.
Oh, yay. Thank you, Meri, for growing a pair and saying, I will not be silenced again. There you go. I said it. Look at me. So proud. Worthy up. I said I won't be silenced. You've said it a million times in the past. This is nothing new. And you're not sharing anything new. And you're still not answering questions. Next.
I'm not going to sign a contract that tells me to be quiet with no reason. I had no reason to be silenced, and I didn't know why they kept putting that in there. It made no sense to me. I'm like, then I'll keep fighting it until that makes sense.
They wanted you to sign a contract about the sale of Coyote Pass, but then add a NDA?
Suki, you're so stupid. Can we get somebody who understands what's going on here? Clearly she doesn't understand either. That's why she's not delineating who's saying what. They wanted you to sign an agreement, but then they added an NDA. These are different groups of people. The signing of the contract was Kody and Janelle, I guess. And it should be Robin too, and it should be Meri. Everybody wanted to sign the real estate agents involved in this. So they wanted you to sign the original contract, was basically the family. But if we're going to be very specific and just talk about family members, we're going to say Janelle and Kody did. Because Robin was just like, let's hold out and get more money. And what if they come for my house and the money they put into the house? I hope they do go after that. I don't think they have grounds for it, but I hope they do. Just to annoy him. So that is part A, Suki. Part B is, and then they wanted you to sign a confidentiality agreement. We're switching now. Now we're talking about Kody and Robin. And we've learned, really, Robin. So she shouldn't have even said they. Suki doesn't understand what's going on. There you go, Suki. You can watch my videos to learn about sister wives before the next one-on-one. How about that? Oh, they're already recorded. Yay. She's the worst. Puddle monkey, can we get people who are competent to ask questions, please? That's the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed. We'll be back next week, and we're going to do it again. Because we're all a glutton for punishment. But we're in it together, sister and brother friends. Take care, God bless, adios, and I'll see you next time. Bye.